Hello everyone, this is Priyanka Madhpati, working as an assistant professor, Department of CSC, SKSPMCET, Lakshmeshwar. Okay, so today we are going to study the subject Operation Research. Okay, so we are going to learn the module 4, the concept is transportation and assignment problem. So in this, we are going to study the first chapter of this module is a transportation problem. So before going to this topic, we should learn what exactly this transportation. Transport is what? Transferring the that items or the goods from origin to the different destinations. Okay, so to do this, we are going to use a certain transportation facilities, such as like if you would like to transfer the goods from origin to the destination, we use our own car or bikes or any kind of the own vehicles. Okay, either we use this own vehicle or we are going to use the public transportation such as the buses, railways, aircrafts, so on and so. So during this time, we always think that I'm going to transfer the goods from origin to the destination with a minimum cost. So we always think about which will be the minimum cost. Based on this, we are going to transfer the goods. Same thing in the transportation problem chapter, we are going to learn like how we are going to transport the various amounts of a single homogeneous commodity that are initially stored at various origins to different destinations in such a way that the total transportation cost should be minimum. So what is our goal? The goal is you have to transport from various origin to different destinations with cost as the minimal one. So that is what we call a transportation problem. So to explain this entire transportation problem, we should analyze what will be the mathematical formulation for the transportation problem. So before going to this mathematical formulation, we have to study certain variables that are used for the mathematical formulation. So now let us take a one transportation problem with the m origins. Okay, those origins are indicated by the m rows in a table and n number of destinations that will be representing as a columns. So do remember, in a table that will be considered as a transportation problem with m number of origins, that has m rows, and n number of destinations they are indicating by the columns. Okay, so let us study the first variable, that is Cij. So Cij is what? It's a cost of the transporting one unit of the product from ith origin to the jth destination. It indicates that you are transferring the goods from origin to the destination with the minimum cost. That cost is indicated by Cij. Okay, next the variable you are going to study the AI. So AI is what? It's a quantity of the commodity available at the origin. Means we can, in other words, we can say the AI is what? Supply available at the origin. Each origin, how much supply is required, that is indicated by AI. So that's why the I indicates rows. Okay, so the next terminology or the term is a BJ. So BJ is what? It's a quantity of the commodity needed at the destination. In turn, we can call BJ indicates the demand that is required at the destination. So again here J indicates the destination, I indicates the rows. Okay, so the row is always with respect to origins and B like J is with respect to the columns or the, like we can say, destinations. Okay, so do remember I is what? The origin and J is the destination. Okay, the next variable we are going to study is the Xij. So the Xij is the quantity transported from the ith origin to the jth destination. In turn, we can call the Xij is the cell where you can give the number. That quantity will be telling you that what you are going to transport from ith origin to the jth destination. So let us study this entire the transportation problem with a table. So here I have taken a table here. So origins, the origins are indicated by the I and destinations are indicated by the J. So now how many the origins I have taken here? 1 to m origins. That is what we call m rows indicate the origins and destinations. So how many like destinations I have taken here? 1 to n number of the destinations. Okay, so here the next part is the capacity. The capacity will be indicated by the AI and demand is with respect to destinations, that is indicated by the VJ. So let us take the first one. So as I said, X11. So X11 is what? A cell value. Okay, here with respect to this we have taken C11. So C11 is a Cij. So how we have taken a Cij? Cij. What is the I value? 1. and what is the j value? 1. So C11. So the cost with respect to this cell is C11. Coming to the second cell, that is indicated by first row and second column, that is what X12. And how do you indicate this one? C12. So what is the cost transported? Cost is spent for this cell is C12, that is first row and the second column, and so on up to we are going to study up to X1m, and with respect to this, what is the cost? C1n. And same thing we are going to repeat it for the m number of the rows. Okay, so coming to the capacity, for the first origin we are going to give supply, or the capacity will be an, for the second A2, and so on up to an, and we are going to keep it for the mth origin. Next, coming to the demand. Demand is what? How much is demanded by the destination. So that is for first column B1, for second column B2, third column B3, and so on up to Bn. And lastly, here we are going to have a small equation, that is summation of I is equal to 1 to m ai is equal to summation of j is equal to 1 to n bj. So that indicates that the supply should always equal to the demand value, that is the sum of the supply available at each origin should be equal to the demand with respect to the each column. Okay, means this addition should be equal to the this addition. Okay, then only we can say, if I required 5 amount of the any goods, then you should demand, what is the demand? 5 goods. Okay, so how much you have to supply? 5 only. So that's why we say supply is equal to demand. So now let us, we have transport this transfer this entire mathematical formula issue into a linear programming model. So the linear